Hi, well the first week of spring is in the books, auction clearance rates go boom, and we look at the RBA's recent rate decision. The first week of spring has seen the market take off with some very encouraging signs as far as auction clearance rates go. Nationally, the number of auctions fell to 1,858 compared with the 2,153 auctions held the week before and 2,294 auctions from the same period last year. This represents a clearance rate of 78.4% compared with the same time last year, which was 73.2%. These are the highest on records this year. However, it's important to note the auction clearance rates are down as far as volume goes. Locally, Adelaide was host to 57 auctions, which saw a clearance rate of a very, very impressive 80.7%, which is up considerably from last week, which came in at 63.3% of auction properties sold. And this time last year was 69.5%. One thing that we are yet to see is much more stock hit the market during the spring selling season, while new listing numbers do remain very, very low. This represents a great opportunity for prospective home sellers as there is little inventory on the market, therefore creating much more competition between buyers. As I'm sure you're aware, the RBA met this week and elected to keep the record low interest rates on hold at 1.5%. Many economists say that the decline in rates over 2016 is due partially to the Australian dollar, which is hovering around 76 US cents. The RBA uses interest rate cuts in an attempt to devalue the Australian currency over the year or in general. Basically, a lower Aussie dollar increases competitiveness of Australian-made goods. It also increases general prices through imported inflation, lifting the price of imported inputs for Australian goods and services. On the 26th of August, the chair of the US Federal Reserve said that she believes that a rise in interest rates in the US is just around the corner, based on the strengthening in the US labour force, which would indicate that there would be less need for further rate cuts here. However, yesterday, or on the 7th of September, the US dollar slumped and so did the chances of a federal rate hike following a much weaker than expected August ISM non-manufacturing index and a decline in the Fed's labour market conditions index. This caused an instant jump in the Aussie dollar, and based on what happens here in the coming months will have an impact on further RBA rate decisions. So I hope you found that helpful today. Once again, if you do have any questions, feel free to email those through to me, Daniel at Lead Estate Agents, or you can find us on the social. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next show.